Dear friends, I am Peter Muir, inspirational author of the memoir Pride and Prejudice Prevail, True Journey to Health, Happiness, Love, and Success. I want to discuss today the importance of philosophy to overcome obstacles to happiness and success. Philosophy is simply defined as a system of beliefs and principles for guidance in practical affairs. My philosophy is founding on the belief that a just, caring, and loving God gave life to us in a wonderful world. I want to identify the key factors contributing to my personal philosophy, which propelled me to health, happiness, love, and success from very humble beginnings. First, it's important to have early role models. My first role model was my mother, who had attributes of caring, passion for education. Next in importance was, in fact, most important, was Jesus of Nazareth, who was the main role model that I have followed all my life. In my family, I was experiencing injustice, discrimination, and every type of prejudice from class, education, religion, race, color. Prejudice was just rampant throughout the entire Jamaican society, and so many laws that I considered unjust. However, Catholic Sunday school taught me about Jesus, and I was so impressed with his life of caring and forgiveness and enduring torture and death on the cross for mankind, even forgiving murderers and religious leaders who brought about his downfall. I decided that I would follow Jesus in my journey throughout my life, and I would reject all the prejudice and discrimination and uncaring that I evidenced around me. Another important factor was my freedom that I experienced. My mother could not afford to feed and clothe her 8 children, and yet she was always willing to share with others around her. With all she had to endure, she had no time to pay attention to her children's activities. And I was free to roam all over Kingston. I was free to be in whatever mischiefs I wanted to be doing and so on. However, it didn't harm me. In fact, it was a great benefit, because since I had no external discipline to endure, I developed an innate discipline from within myself to do the right thing at all times. Very important was also the freedom from the rod. I was never beaten. No, I can't remember, except once, when I was supposed to be in school and went down to the seaside and almost drowned. And then I think I got a slight slap or two for that escapade. But apart from that, I can't remember ever having been beaten. But unfortunately, I also don't remember ever getting a hug or a kiss. You know, I was really lacking in care, and at least I had the knowledge that Jesus Christ loves the children particularly, and therefore I was comforted that Jesus loved me. There has been research on beating in recent times that proves that beating a child not only harms the child but also harms the parent. It harms not only the health of the child but also prevents the child from developing the creativity and the abilities to which he was born as a gift from God. It causes him to be forced to follow bad indoctrination by parents, by churches, by teachers, by society, and so on. I was free from all this influence and became able to use my conscious brain to direct my activities towards my education, my happiness, and my success. Also, a factor was my life at 11 High Urban Street. My cousin Jackie is convinced that our life at home was equivalent to going to a university of life and taking a course of how to achieve success. There seems to be some truth in this because Jackie, my cousin, my younger sister Laura, and myself were the ones that took advantage of the freedom that we had. And in particular, we were determined that we were going to get out of the ghetto and make a success of ourselves. We all achieved that aim. And one of the main factors that helped us was doing a lot of reading in the nearby library. Reading does wonders for a small child. It teaches him about other cultures. It teaches him lessons of how to conduct life successfully. It teaches him whatever he needs to know, including how best to be at sports and games. I mean, I was in the nearby library for hours each weekend. Sometimes I would read 3 or 4 novels in one day in the library. Jackie, he would read a lot too, but he borrowed the books and went on the housetop next door to hide away the fact that he was reading and reading. So reading played a very important part in our lives. It is also important to have a lot of energy to succeed. And I think I've mentioned once before that energy has to be generated from inside you, and you should try to reach a level of at least 75% or higher. To sum up my philosophy, I advise you to be an active, caring do-gooder, not an inactive, idle no-gooder. Thank you.